At Roadcraft, we cater for drivers of all ages and varying levels of experience. That's why we have courses for learner drivers, P-platers and adult motorists as part of our commitment to prevent road trauma by providing effective road safety education for road users of all ages.
We teach theory for what the activities we're going to do in the classroom, so they understand what we're going to try and do, and then it's really important to get them in the car and show them and prove things to them so they can feel and understand what we're trying to show them. And then it's very important to get out on road and apply some defensive techniques, good space management, good observation and scanning, driving to systems so that they can see what's happening before it happens.
Theoretical explanations are reinforced by practical exercises carried out on Roadcraft's purpose-built training circuit.
I was put in a position where I wasn't ready and I saw how I would react in a real dangerous situation and I didn't like it. So I panicked and I could have really hurt myself if that was real life.
Because no matter what your age or experience, we can only respond to what we see. But we'll only respond appropriately to what we understand. So the sooner we see a problem and understand it, the more time and space we'll have to deal with it, and the less the need or potential to react inappropriately. Plus, you get to practice in your own car.
You drive it, and most of the times you don't drive their vehicle, you drive your vehicle, so I mean it's going to help you whenever you're in a bad situation.
They get a feel for their own vehicle. We do some emergency braking, some brake and evade, some slalom, so they learn the handling of that vehicle and what it will do, and then what it'll do when they get it wrong.
You literally go where you look. So we teach drivers where to look, what to look for, why to do it, and when to look.
If you give time, you'll create space. People don't realise how fast a vehicle is moving across the road. At 100 kilometres an hour, you're doing 28 metres every second. So if you can create more time around you, by instead of sitting 2 seconds behind somebody, sitting 3 seconds behind, that's giving you an extra 28 metres to take action, that extra second to act and to change what could be a bad outcome.
The Roadcraft Learner Driver course is designed to optimise a young driver's awareness of vehicle dynamics and centres on the importance of vision, dynamic vehicle feel, and preparing participants' awareness for any situation which may arise.
Some of the best ones to teach are the young drivers with little to no experience, but they have to have a good attitude. But it's the same with older ones. Some older drivers, they don't want to lose their bad habits. They subconsciously, that's the way they've always driven. And you really have to work hard to get them to break those habits and to change, to adopt a new technique.
It doesn't matter if you've been driving for 1 month, 1 year or 20. Roadcraft's safer, low-risk driver courses introduce all drivers to essential survival techniques, which are not part of the licensing system. All Roadcraft courses cover the same basic concepts.
With the eye-hand separation, which is where we teach them to look where they want to go rather than where the car's pointing, getting their eyes up, so getting better vision around for earlier warnings of things, and steering technique. With the older drivers, we can then go on to a bit more advanced stuff. But basically it's the same techniques, it's just taken them to a different level.
Older people probably don't realise what the new rules and regulations are. There's a lot of changes, there's a lot of things happened outside. On the highways, like the highways are quicker, trucks and buses and cars are quicker. Older people don't realise what they have to do now to control a vehicle.
Probably some of the older ones appreciate it more in some ways because they go, why didn't someone show me this 30 or 40 years ago? Whereas the younger ones haven't driven for that long, but they still appreciate what you show them.
The Roadcraft Provisional Driver course teaches practical defensive driving before developing too many bad habits behind the wheel to give a heightened awareness of what can be done to maximise safety and minimise risk on the road.
What we can hopefully do is make a driver a safer driver and give them the techniques that they can take away and work with to improve their driving.
I think the main thing I've learned is about vision, getting your eyes up and scanning for things ahead. That's probably the main thing. Also steering and bracing yourself in the seat, so give you more control of the car.
After your time in the classroom and on Roadcraft's specialist training facility, there's also the chance to further develop your techniques out in the real world, on the road, real traffic and real conditions. But if you plan to head off the bitumen to experience the great outdoors, whether it be for your job or just for leisure, Roadcraft also offer recreational four-wheel drive courses on our purpose-built training circuits where you get hands-on off-road experience. Plus, there's the Roadcraft towing course for drivers of all ages and experience.
Most people probably just hitch up and hope, but we know what to do and now and not what not to do also.
I most enjoyed all the emergency stoppings and starting, so I feel that if I did get in a dangerous situation, I know that I can handle it.
With specialist courses available for learner drivers, P-platers and adult drivers, and even if you're towing or four-wheel driving, Roadcraft are the driver education specialists, committed to reducing road trauma through effective education of road users of all ages. Book now for your Roadcraft course.